Welcome to the morning manifest. Nice to see you guys. Today I have a 12-hour tarot period starting at 2 o'clock until 2 o'clock tonight. Girlfriend will be coming to do astrology readings around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and after that it will most likely be free readings as well as wheel spins to see what kind of readings people will get. This is more or less a test live. This is the first time I've ever done manifest mornings. But it's more or less a way to get to you guys, the community, and to help us move forward and to build up in a way that we don't usually build. So welcome to the live. I know there's no one on the page right now, but as you guys come in, it'd be nice to talk to you. When it came down to things yesterday, we ended up talking about Chiron and the healing and vengeful energies that can be accompanied with them, depending on what sign you're in. Chiron is a big focus for my astrology beliefs, as well as Vesta, Pallas, and Ceres. Those are the four main asteroids that I would use, or the four main aspects that I would use within my custom charts. The other aspect that I would use most of all is the Black Moon Lilith, or the Lilith coordinates for where the dark side of the moon is from the Earth. Big piece of astrology in there. I find Black Moon and Chiron are pieces of astrology that no one really gets into, and I find it's very unfair that Chiron and Lilith get overlooked all the time. Mienta. Hello, Mienta. Yes. How are you doing today? You can ask a question. Welcome to Manifest Mornings. It'd be nice if you'd like to subscribe, and all donations are welcome for larger questions. Regardless, how's your day going? Is Jonathan my twin flame? Okay. Well, let's see what we got first. Seems I pulled the Tower on the twin flame card here, but that doesn't necessarily, when it comes to twin flames, the Tower is a bad thing. That's where it kind of comes into play, especially when you pull this up. So it looks like the Wheel of Fortune is pulling you towards this soulmate, not soulmate, twin flame, big difference. Because twin flames can survive towers, and they usually end up getting more luck or karma as they develop together. But to see if they're finally your twin flame or not, I mean, that's literally the 9 of fire. I mean, you've already completed your cycle with that thought pattern. So I would go forward and express to Jonathan your feelings. The worst that can happen if I pull a moon here would be if you went too ambitious into things. Twin flames do scare divine males or masculines all the time. Divine masculines run away from their flame constantly. So if you were to more be like this and in control of the passion you have rather than scare someone away with it, yeah, I can see that flame connection definitely growing. I just need one more card to... Oh yeah, I mean, another fire comes up. Just flame everywhere. So yeah, I would assume that is your twin flame. Especially that you've reflected on it for a while, I assume. But yeah, no, other than the cards, man, there's so much other stuff that people can get into other than, One Ching, as well as... there's just tons of stuff. I got really big into numerology when I first started. Numerology was kind of the way I was going with things. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. No problem. Yeah, but when it came to manifesting, I was kind of caught on a weird bend on things. Specifically because I was raised Roman Catholic, and it seemed almost blasphemous to be screaming into the universe to bring you things. But then again, that has always been the ideology around what God truly is. So, at the end of the day, manifesting is a weird middle ground for me. It's if you go too hard in it, I can see where Satanism does apply, where you become your own God. I think prayer should be a constant in people's spiritual lives, that manifesting shouldn't be the only goal. It should also be connecting with the higher up. If you lose that purpose, the material will just drown you and weigh you down in the end. And Too much material is never a good thing, that's for sure. When it comes to other things, though, I wish my girlfriend was here. Seems like our main energy today is going to be an anxious one. People are going to be super nervous today. Seems like that's going to be the main energy. Also, people are getting really passionate about other people lately too, and it seems to show with the Knight of Wands on that one. Ron C, how are you doing today? Yes, welcome to the Morning Manifest. Ask questions, go ahead. Everything's free right now, and yeah, take your shot. What's up? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Super helps. Super helps. Oh, my neck looks so bent on there. Then I'm gonna wear it like the nub forward. Kind of waiting on Ron C first here. Disha, hey man. Or Disha me, I don't know if that's a feminine name or not. Ron C, ask your question. Desha, ask a question. And when it comes to Sonal Katiar, I would say the person that you marry has a very high Sagittarius energy and likes to implement water with fire quite often. So someone who's very emotional and passionate. I don't know who you'd marry specifically, but the energy I'm totally getting is Pisces. A major Pisces energy. No, Desha, no. I wanted to see that. Dang it, I missed it. Funny enough, for Manifest Mornings, I'm surprised people aren't trying to like ask for like prayer style or drawing style spells, you know? Is P manifesting me in some way? So is P drawing you in using spirituality? I would say 100% yes. 100%. Just to pull up the Cancer upright like that, Chariot coming home, someone who can stay still but still enforce movement. Yeah, I would see someone's manifesting against you. It seems like you've been watching for a while too. You don't have the right signs to understand what people are doing against you, and that makes sense. This is a what do you call it? This is the Scorpio card, and it's the pure Scorpio card, meaning that a lot of feelings have been kept to oneself. Meaning manifesting against you might have been the only way to get in. If that makes sense. Yeah, we are in no contact. Oh, so you want to know like a real scientific fact, and it's super cool. It's what really actually developed my spirituality. When you think about somebody, you actually emit radiation towards them. People sat in a room and had 10 people think about them, and the more that they thought about them, the more radiation would attract to their body, which literally like such a cool thing to think about. If you know, like to think that the more you think about somebody, the more they know you're thinking about them, and it's always the case. Like you just. Ronci just dropped off the map. No contact. Big Cancer energy, as well as the High Priestess. So I mean, someone's keeping secrets against each other, but they're constantly watching. It's constantly on my mind too, though. Well, that's the thing. If you think about them, they'll think about you, and when they think about you, you think about them, and you turn into like this giant. Yeah, no problem, no problem. It's good seeing you today. Real science to back that up, man. My girlfriend and I do that too. We try to ping each other from distances, and then we'll call each other and be like, "Did you feel it? Did you feel it?" And she can feel it more than I can. I guess I'm just a bad boyfriend. I'm not a good twin flame, apparently. I'm definitely the one that is being chased when it comes to twin flames too. I am not the chaser. That is for sure. That's for sure. Victoria! Hello. Here, I'll restart the chat on that too, just in case. Can I ask for a reading about my relationship? I need more of a specific question about the relationship. I'm not really big on generals, just because people kind of get the wrong idea on most of them. But from Chicago, once again, Chicago, Windy City. Say hello to Kanye when he comes home. If you can. I'm the biggest fan of Kanye. Yeah, I'm doing this morning manifest as a warm up, just to see, to say hi to you guys, get a good feeling about the energy for the day, and then I'm doing a 12-hour donation period tarot where I'm trying to kickstart the Westbrook Fund to push my website and my Facebook page further and get away from the old Lalonde Tarot setup and into the Westbrook Astro Tarot setup. Okay, I'm with my kindred spirit life partner. I hope your channel flourishes. Thank you so much. I hope that is the dream, to be able to connect to more people. Like, just the connection's what comes first. All right. Victoria wants to know about a relationship. There we go. Something I manifested a while back. I want to make sure it's the one. I get unaligned in my current environment. Okay, perfect. That's all the info I need on that. That is the story and a half. So I'm not fully in my intuition all the time. All right. So literally, I have the moon in reverse when we first start. So it seems there is a block in intuition or a spiritual connection with the other person. But basically what it's saying is don't put too much on yourself to choose directions with things right now. It's time to let things sit still and let them come to you with things. Don't let your intuition overload, or else you will end up in a realm of anxiety or temporary blindness. Overall, it seems like the other person in the relationship has been going through a lot mentally. And as they look calm on the outside, on the inside, they do seem to wage battles at times. But they look at you as the rock that is able to meditate and keep things calm, to be able to stabilize what's around them, and to be able to create a logical sense of environment. You hold all the cards, Vittoria. It seems that you are very connected with the earth. And when it comes to your relationship, you are known as the leader in the relationship. That usually puts a fear on the other person, but at the end of the day, it shows that with the rest of the cards that you have, being calm-minded and able to fight when you even know your intuition won't help you. This card here definitely represents that you are the leader and are looked to as an honorable leader in the relationship. If I was to say one moon card, don't manifest or push your subconscious to the limit. You'll end up hurting yourself and they won't be able to catch you. That's the only advice. Victoria. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well. I still ended up generaling on that. I'm so sorry. I tried to get specifics out of it, but it looks like they see you struggling with intuition and you seem to see that they're struggling with mental issues or mentalities. Wow, I understand. Thank you. You're a beautiful dude. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe if you have time or the funds to do it. I'm taking donations today. If you can kickstart me before the Kickstarter, I would feel like a king. Oh, I'm subbed. Hell yeah. Welcome to the gang. I don't have a name yet because what do we call the prime community? It's okay. It's the right message. Awesome. But this is what I love, the conversation back and forth, people giving me critiques, people being able to tell me what I do wrong or what I do right, is the community that keeps me sane doing this, because sometimes you stare at the cards, you can end up going out of the park on certain things, and you lose your mentality unless people stand beside you and help you through it. As much as you help other people through tarot or through psychic services, the people always need help back. They always need a sense of affirmation as well. And it's a community like you guys that really shows the love to me, and I appreciate it all. Thank you. People just ask a question and walk away. I'm answering questions for another 12 minutes before I prepare for the 12-hour live stream donation run to jumpstart everything. The reading is very grounded. I know it doesn't happen overnight from personal space, especially with intuition and shit like that. Or are you talking about the reading is very grounded? I know that it doesn't happen overnight from personal space. Fair. So these cards here were the first deck I ever truly bought with my own money. And I mean, they're stained. They have, like, you would think that, like, oh no, the sacred stuff is stained, but it adds so much more personality to them. And I feel like they talk to me after a while. The other deck I tend to use a lot is the White Sage deck. Very pure, very good for finding love. And then when it comes to spirit guide messages, we have our Archangel deck. It's obviously one of the better ones for Oracle styles. Like, you must have gone through it to get where you are. So, 3 hospital visits. I know it sounds really weird, but coming to like psychic stuff where you can read people's thoughts and intentions, that was rough. Psychic abilities where people were able to actually feed and push energy off people. I went through that. And then on top of that, with a skeptical girlfriend, it took a point to like where I could show her how energy would work. And at the end of the day, she would actually feel it within certain parts of her. Nah, not to me. Oh, fair. No, I'm a clairvoyant as well as a clairaudient. If I am to batch my eyes, I see colors, and I mean, Vittoria, I know this sounds weird, but looking through the camera and you looking back, I can tell you have a very strong air energy. Like, not even Aquarius, but more of a Libra touch with some like heavy water to back it up. Not weird to me. Well, I think I'm in the same situation. So right now, I know it sounds weird, but we're in manifest morning, so I might as well talk about it. The big 11/11 happened. And then 2022 happened, and 2022 is supposed to be the year of judgment and the arrival of an antichrist or a savior. That is supposed to be the year, and that's even in tarot, where the 22nd card hasn't been decided, but is well known as the Fool card. And yeah, it's the Fool returning from judgment. It's really cool. 2022 is going to be cool. I went through a lot of it. I went through, like, spirituality is all about opening your mind to the impossible. So just keep pushing for the impossible without breaking yourself, of course, and you develop in weirder ways. Like, but Victoria, I must know, are you a Virgo or Libra energy? Because it's bugging me. It's one or the other. Thanks for sharing that. No problem. No problem. It's nice that someone listened. Once again, welcome to the community, and I'm glad you came. Thank you. It confirms that intuition. Oh, yeah. Cancer with the Libra, 4th house and Jupiter. Oh my gosh. Big family, I'm assuming? Huge family. That Cancer energy, though, I can see that. That's where the water comes from, and then you have the Libra, which is the yellow. So that's how I read signs off people, too, if you're still watching. I can actually pull colors off people to see where their star signs lay or where they become accustomed to in certain parts of their life. Huge Italian family. Yeah, with a 4th house in Jupiter, 100%. Italian family, bigger than big. Cancer's in the 12th. So your intuition is literally stuck to Lilith. That's really weird. Like, to constantly have weird, impossibly to know intuitive thoughts. right? Like, so what color for you? If I was to like look at your third eye and pull out a color, it is yellow with a light blue speckled with white with a black bottom piece. Hey Sabrina, what is up? That's my girl. How are you doing, baby? Nice to see you. Chinky cheeky. Sure, you can have a reading. We're doing free readings until I do the 12-hour live. For some reason, I decided to do 2 hours of live before the 12 hours. When I fall asleep on camera, you guys can paint dicks on my face. Hey, can I have a reading? How do I lighten that bottom piece? So dark energy is not necessarily a bad thing. Remember how you said grounding is really important? To have that black piece on the bottom to show your gravity is grounded. If you had it at the top, it shows that you don't compartmentalize things very well when it comes to spirituality. But if you do want to lighten that bottom piece, I would leave yourself away from comforts that you're used to and push yourself into to a realm of stress that benefits you, if that makes sense. Chinky Cheeky is saying career reading. All right. Can you ask a question about your career right now? Because like I don't do generals on careers or relationships. Those are the two I will not do generals on. Future readings, 100%. But when it comes to career, I need direction. I have a Taurus, Mars, and Lilith. That makes sense. So that's the dark piece, right? That is literally Taurus comes out really black, and Lilith as well. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Oh man, blessings to you, Victoria. Uh, I need that specification on that career reading though. Oh, and Queen the Queen. Hello, Queen the Queen. I didn't even see you there. Hello. Shoot, Queen the Queen. Diamonds are air. Hearts are earth. Butterflies are technically water though. I know that sounds funny. Huh. I have a question. All right, Queen. What kind of question do you got? Oh, the latency, man. Oh, cheeky first. I have a part-time interview tomorrow. Can I get this job? All right. So I'll put your emotions and your anxieties away, first of all, because you're going to come into this interview trucking hard, taking what you want from it. And at the end of the day, you're going to leave them wondering how they got where they were. When it comes to this card here, Scorpio, it shows that you went towards a independent type part-time job or a more focused on individual workspaces job, if I'm correct. And when it comes to that, you've been emotionally invested in this job, and I see it coming to pay off. The Page of Cups comes to tell you your job is in your sights, as long as you remain emotionally content and don't fake yourself throughout the job. As long as you stay content and you be yourself, you should be able to get it. Rachel Queen. For some reason, I recognize her name, but then again, there's tons of queens in here right now. Not a problem, Queen. Ask anything you like. Don't forget to like and subscribe, though. It really does boost the channel, and it will help me before I get into my lives this afternoon. All right, Queen. Who sent the guy who called me and why? It's an online job, so you are in. Okay, that is such a Scorpio job. Okay. Who sent the guy who called me and why? So I got the victory card for that, which is usually an open line of communication. So it almost seems like you know who called you and why. But at the end of the day, for affirmation purposes, it was just to test you on a sense of reflection to see if you would stay under the same morals that you had earlier in that discussion. And at the end of the day, they want to see where your ethics lie at, or where your ability to love and understand comes from. It's more or less to see if you are capable of fulfilling what comes next or not. What are D, my Leo X, current feelings for me? No contact. Okay, I can do that. Actually, hold on. 1-4 for Queen is pulling me at. It's saying to calm yourself. You already know the situation in front of you. It'll die down soon. So D, Leo X, current feelings, no contact. D is feeling a little betrayed right now and is kind of going through how would you put it? A lifestyle change that is more leading to singularities and like the popular style of partying. Overall, they look at you as a very desirable person with very desirable goals. But at the end of the day, you might be a little too much for them. LOL. Feelings for you, though. When I see Taurus, I see that they fell for your nurturing spirit. So like the feelings for you aren't directed almost towards a personality trait, but more or less what you were able to do for them. At the end of it, they're confused about you, about those certain things. But I don't see any major like fling connection, you know what I'm saying? He betrayed me, lol. Fair enough, the betrayal card does come up, but does he miss me? Oh, when that queen, when the Empress came up, does he miss me is like a big, well here, I'll pull another card just for that. Right from the middle. He misses the way that you used your charity and generosity towards them. So misses the cuddles and the back scratches more than the actual relationship itself. Plus it's a Leo, so like a lot of that stuff goes into their individuality. Plus they get dragged into fifth house energy all the time without them wanting to be. You know, like, and that's what it was even said was like they're gonna be pulled into like a fifth house mentality where they're gonna want to party or not have responsibilities. And I'm assuming through that betrayal it was because they didn't want to have responsibilities that you were assigning onto them after a while. Like the other person's always gonna be something else, but may he return. Seems like you had a feeling that you guys are going to meet up soon. This is a big intuitive card. It's the Pisces moon. And it shows that when a Pisces moon is drawn out against the Leo, it draws the Leo right in. It's like a little spell. Whenever you get dreamy on them, Leos will fall for anything. They love having that escape. Is it over? With the moon card, it would suggest that it's at a standstill and it's almost on the life and death border. But at the same time, it also stands on that border where new things can come into play. So like it's the, how do I explain that? It sits on the border of the house of life and death as well as the house of faith. So it really will. So it's a yes. Yeah, it's a yes. Especially with that Taurus energy, like dude's coming back. Like if it's a dude, your name's Rachel. Yes, it's okay. I'm just saying. And just to confirm it, your Romeo is on his way back. That was cool. I liked that. Alright, it runs up to half an hour point. Yeah, it's over. He will be back. Well, yeah, it looks like one or the other. Usually the moon puts you on that path of 9 where it's like a test of faith, right? It could or could not happen. You just have to put effort into it in the way you know best. So whichever decision you're going for, I think you know which way to push. I think you definitely know which way to push. I miss my girl. I miss my girl so much. Rosa, hello, may I ask? Yeah, I could see myself being on you for 5 more minutes before I prep. What's up? What is up, Rosa? Oh, judgment over the new coming of the fool. Yeah, I like that shit. Hello, may I ask? Of course, Rosa, of course. And then Gisela. Is that Gisela? That's a beautiful name. I wanted to know what was the reaction of S at seeing my message. All right, Rose, I'll answer your question right after. Yeah, I was wondering how I'm doing it in the grand scheme of things. Victoria, give me 1 second. Stay with me. I'll answer this in a sec. So what was S's reaction? Dude took it personally. Whatever you said, it took it very personal and is actually affecting their emotional and behavioral state, as well as it affects their dream state as well. So they're very underwhelmed and under ambitious towards what their goals are, or what their goals were. Rosa, what blessings or opportunities happening for me at my teaching job this semester? All right, I like that. What blessings? What is she going to be blessed with? It seems that not only will you provide charity for those this semester, that those will provide charity to you. It seems like you have a great student base that will be coming in as well. Yeah, it's a teaching job, good. So it actually looks like people will be around to wait and listen, as well as even with the scales here, be able to apply themselves mentally and to connect with you. See, I see a big relatability, as well as very grounded but very pushing forward. So these people will be very ambitious in what they are studying. I'm pulling all Earth for teacher too, which is great. Earth is the realm for a lot of teaching occupations. And for some reason, I pulled up the moon again. I shuffle these things like crazy, I swear. But with the moon card, it seems like it'll be a dream come true, and you'll be able to actually focus your smaller projects that you've wanted to show the youth that you teach. It'll be possible. People will relate to you. I see like you want a relatability. That's the word that keeps popping in my head. Just I want to know if people will relate to me this semester, and that seems to be what blessings though. Kids are blessings, man. Young ideologies, greatest thing ever. Victoria, okay, Victoria. In the grand scheme of things, what is going to be coming? Yes, exactly. Thank you. No problem, Rosa. Just remember to like and subscribe, please. It helps. And that's my whining and panhandling for the day. I just shuffled super hard, Victoria. Today is going to be the day of the moon. That is just this is going to be the thing. I see your intuition growing at a fast rate. Projects will actually be coming to fruition to the point where they're actually coming completed, let alone just thought of. And you'll actually have enough ambition to push forward and get some of your dreams in line, let alone manage bigger aspects in your life that you never thought you could manage before are now becoming minuscule in a sense. Liked and subbed. You're the best, Rosa. I definitely perceive what you're putting down. But if I am to go from the third house of messages as like Rumpelstiltskin, if you are to go forward in the spiritual path you're looking for, remember to meditate, but also at the same time, don't doubt yourself ever on this journey. If you start doubting yourself, your mentality will destroy itself. You must focus and you must maintain an air of decorum. And without that, the journey gets rough. Big spiritual year for a lot of people. Big spiritual year for a lot of people. Especially my number is 222. Like, which is funny. Super excited for what comes this way. Oh, straight up question? Of course, Rosa. I love that. I would love to hear the question. I'm very curious about this. Have you ever done the 369 method? Oh, so the Tesla method. Is it a good way of so the Tesla method is a good way of manifesting, specifically because the way that the 369 was supposed to work was supposed to be that each number was interchanged after a while. So you would still ride on the bounds of like triangle frequencies, if that makes sense. And when you create trines, you create blessings for yourself. So a lot of people won't put the number 4 in their frequencies because it would create a provoking cross, if that makes sense, in like the real world standards. When it comes to the 369 technique, it really does depend on what your signs are. The lower signs will tend to be more of a watery nature. So 369 is probably the lowest. Yeah, it is the lowest frequency you can get out of it. The second lowest would be 396, and you just keep going from there. Using those triangle patterns, you create a trine system of blessings of frequencies that your body carries throughout the whole day. 369 is the best way to start. I would find your own frequency that peers with you. I find around 610 to 720 is a crazy vibe to be at. When it comes to manifesting, frequencies shouldn't be used on direct manifesting, but should be used on meditation. If you already use your frequencies for manifesting, I would suggest using a book style manifest or a drawing style manifestation. When it comes to thought style or meditative manifestation, frequencies wouldn't be used. I would use more of a large array of basses and trebles. That way you can actually use the sounds to create something you want. There's a water grand trine in my chart. So that would mean a boost into intuition, most likely. Like whenever you collect all the water, it shows sensualities being placed into emotional values, which is usually into a state of art or poetry. But a lot of people do accentuate it just through the relationships as well, bringing those blessings of understanding emotions to other people. That makes sense. So 610 to 720, visualize meditation sound. Like I love, yeah, around 610. 610's nice. I mean, 573 is a good frequency. I can feel them when I think about them. It's really cool. Like if I was to give you a frequency, Rosa, based on how we've talked, I would start off with something higher, like 820 or 823. 823 would be a weird one. If you could find 823, I'd say that would benefit you quite a bit based on your readings. 573, rough. So 573. I would say for Vittoria, it would actually be 753, not 573. I'd love to know if I'm on the right path. Ian Hendricks, welcome to the channel, by the way. Good to have. I have been manifesting and changing my thinking to more positive thoughts through my struggles. If I'm on the right path. Yeah, 753 seems super nice. Yeah, the range for frequencies that cap out, so like the most intense frequency should be 919. 919 or 937, one or the other. I would say that you are on the right path. If you're using manifesting for mental gain and not trying to take something from someone else or bring something in that doesn't exist yet, but to better yourself, that is the perfect use of manifesting. 100%. You're on the correct path. Maya 24/4. Yes, of course. Oh my gosh, it's almost time for the real readings. So what's the difference between 573 and 753 is what you're asking, Victoria? It's all in pitch. So basically how frequencies work is on a basis of pitch through treble and bass, right? So you can pitch bass but have bass at a certain length. It starts to XYZ itself instead of showing itself on a 2D plane. It's really nice. And also higher frequencies with different number frequencies also have merger frequencies because they can't technically be one sound. Yes, I am new to this. Do you want a general reading, Maya? Is it a general reading you're looking for? Oh my gosh, I did it again. Everyone heard me shuffle these cards. Big thing is today is a very intuitive day. A lot of projects are to come into place today, but it seems like there's something lacking behind. You're pushing yourself to see all your wishes and dreams, but you find they're sitting behind you almost in a sense where everything's in your head and ready to go, but you don't have everything fully planned yet. It's just a theory, but at the end of the day, you will finally have all the tools you'll need to create what you wanted to create. Maya, it looks like you want to have a successful business day or work day or even school day, and you're looking for more of a push into an ambitious mode of thinking. Good energy to you, Maya. I hope you have a great day. And please like and subscribe. And stay for a chat if you want. We love. Dude, I'm new to this. Thank you. I've created some new music. What would be the best frequency to release it at for positive feelings to a listener? I'd love a general reading if possible. If possible, also, please. I don't do generals very well. I get very vague and like super prophetic. Like things actually will happen. I tend to fix fates on things when it comes to general readings. So I get scared of like making something happen that probably shouldn't. I'd rather have it specified, if that makes sense. Just for everyone else's safety, right? But best frequency, dude, stay with the 666 frequency. I know that sounds really weird to say that, but like such a balance, man. Such a like huge balance. The 888 doesn't work the same. Doesn't work the same. Witness. Love a general reading. Thank you so much. No problem, Maya. Ian. What topic is the reading going to be on, Ian? Just so I know. Unless you want me to focus on what kind of energy will come today. I can do that. Like I always forget to do that. I will try that. Thank you. I love that for you. Huge Capricorn energy coming your way, Ian. Seems that you're very serious about your craft too. But this isn't a joke to you. This isn't a game. I like hearing that. To back that up, we got someone who's not scared of dealing with their own thoughts. You're my kind of dude, Ian. You're my kind of dude. Just what's to come for me? Oh, easy. Okay. 3 cards. First, second, and third house opinions. Time to pull them out of the deck here. So what is to come? It seems like someone from your past will be entering your life. Someone from your past will be entering your life and almost look down on the path that you've taken compared to the path that you had in the past. Also today there will be an instability within your normal routine. And you're going to deal with a mental challenge you haven't had to deal with in a long time. Especially if you're manifesting, it might be more or less how to remove things from a manifestation instead of adding too much. Ian, you're my friend now. I love hearing that. Thank you, Ian. Rosa, of course, of course. The 666 frequency works really well with music. It has enough bass in it to carry itself through a lot of like R&B and modern rap. If you were to go for more of a rock and roll, I'd actually drop the frequency down to a 555 if we're going angel numbers. That was the only thing. Like, yeah, you get something more bassy or more focused on like low strings. Yeah, go for the lower frequencies. But don't drop below 430. If you go into 430s, everything starts sounding like crystals. It's just funny because then the devil pops out in a good way. Yes, yeah, I know. It's like super serious energy at that point. It's like, if I was to say it, it's like your craft is like playing with dolls to you, right? It's so much fun that it doesn't feel like a job. And that's where that comes in, where it's like, welcome to the immaturity that you could implement into seriousness and still be like super successful. Super nice. Are the coworkers going to appreciate me more and stir away from their jealousy towards me? I'm putting it out there. This will be a good semester. Fair enough. Is there going to be a God complex at work against Rosa? Or will they learn to appreciate her gifts that she brings into the facility? So I see a Pisces walking away from past problems and focusing on oneself. That's good to hear. When it comes to them, they believe that they're top shit. and based on how they've implemented their philosophies into their life, they've become kings of their own hatred. They seem not to be too happy with the outside world, let alone be emotionally intact, or not emotionally, spiritually intact. And people love the little bird, right? When it comes to the Nine of Pentacles, a lot of people see it as a completion mark, but I use the Ten of Pentacles as the completion mark, as it shows the full tree of life. When it comes to this card, watch the rumors fly. Once the rumors start to fly, as long as you stay out of them, you will be safe and even looked at as honorable or valorous. Valorous? Yeah. You'll be looked upon with valor. Great news. I'll try the 666 frequency in my music. I've written a few rap songs about my struggles and want to turn it into a live musical. Ian, I know this sounds really weird, but like, send me an email if it's on my thing. It's ironyprime@gmail.com. So like the top. Oh, where is it? Right there. Irony Prime. If you send it to Gmail, I would love to see one of your pieces or read one of your pieces, just so I get a better understanding of who you are. I think that'd be sick. I love how the energy went up in the room as soon as we started talking about manifesting. We actually peaked at 8 viewers, I believe, 7 or 8. Just super cool to see. During my lives, I used to play frequencies in the background just to see if it would actually amplify what's going on. It helps the individual, but doesn't help the stream. Will do, definitely. Hell yeah. All right, man. Because I used to write too. I freestyle. I know it sounds. I'm white. I'm the whitest guy on earth. Not even a race thing, but like, if you see some of my old lives, I used to just straight up. They gossip and talk about me. I'm ignoring them. It's their problem. This sounds weird, but like, I never thought about this, but kids end up hearing some of the rumors too, don't they? Like the students get a part of that rumor. It almost. No, I see a good flow for you, Rosa. Rosa, the more I look at it, it's almost like the students support you based on that. Like they know too. That's just a weird headcanon, but I'm telling you that. Hey, you're giving away free tarot readings? Giving it away like candy. Welcome to my van. Like, yeah, man. I'm doing free tarot readings until the donation period at 2 o'clock. We're trying to do a Kickstarter to see if I can get the PayPal at West Barrow to go up to $100. And then we're going to put it all onto advertising. And my girlfriend and I will pump out daily videos as well as the morning manifest and 12-hour tarot. You know what's funny? I learned a lot of like techniques when it came to rapping or verbalizing a lot of sentences. Like the Yoda technique, in which the way to find of those in doubt, like to constantly flip into different subject lines. Like, nice, dude. Yeah, I know the van thing took it a little too far. Probably because even with my hair, probably not the best thing ever. But yeah, no, I'm giving away readings, 22. It's nice to see you back from last night. How are you doing? Oh, the nub has to be on the front. Nub. There we go. I'm Canadian. That's how it works. What's some of your favorite questions to answer for tarot readings? So, my favorite question is, how will my spirituality improve and develop within the next few weeks? Don't get it very often. Love that question. Good to hear. Good to hear. But yeah, no, my favorite question is definitely things on the topic of fire. A lot of the times when it comes to tarot online, you get a lot of water and you get a lot of earth. When it comes to air, you use air to find a lot of stuff for people. But when it comes to fire, it seems to be like that. People don't talk about their spirituality. It's almost like they're taxes to themselves. They don't want to be scrutinized based on it. And fair enough, spirituality shouldn't be scrutinized, especially seeing how open ending it is. Like, you shouldn't be putting things into boxes. You're a fire sign. You're a Sagittarius, are you not? Life path. And I'm assuming your moon has something to do with Leo. That's a double fire. Are you a double fire life path? That's a weird question. A Sagittarius sun and a Leo moon. I fucking knew it! Hell yeah. You know, I did your reading last night. I still remember that. What's your life path? My life path number is 222. If I was to redefine it for better understanding, it would be 114. But my actual life path number is 2 by definition. My girlfriend's is 9. Yeah, Ian, if you have sound, like, I wouldn't even be mad if you had SoundCloud. You dropped a link in chat. Don't care. Like, that would be fine with me. Nothing like supporting the community around you, you know? And it's 22. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. $12.18, that shows a high Pisces energy or Cancer moon energy for a 369 natural. 369 natural is a Cancer number. It's a Cancer with a touch of Leo. Which is funny because that's the Tesla numbers too. So 622. 622 on the divisible. That'd be 433. I would say if I was to give you a number, Ian, I know it sounds weird based on that, but I would give you a 433. That's what I'm saying. Community, get together, talk it out. I wouldn't say there's no such thing as being steps ahead of anybody, right? Like, there's people that are good with intuition, and there's people that are really good with body language. Like, there's two different styles, right? Like, one's earth, intuition's water. If you were to pick up on other people's habits and to look into the future of things, that's fire. And if you were to pick up on the downfalls of people, usually use air. But yeah, no. I'm going to do a power lesson later on element associations based on where the planets align and where the signs align. I think that would be a great thing for the community to understand how I think. I'll even show a small picture of it. I do my astrology charts a little different than everybody else. This was for the third decan of Leo. And as you see, it pulls out the 10th and 11th house while reapplying the 12th house to a center point. So first and 12th are in the center. And then you have the 10 and 11 on both sides, 10 and 11. And it ends up showing you different astrology courses. So remember we had that giant star event in the summer. It ended up showing up here under Ceres or Pallas. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, I do custom astrology charts, and they're super accurate. I love them. I'll remember that 1981 old school boy right here. Dang. Yeah, people are really good at other things. That blows my mind. I feel pretty even. Yeah, fair enough. I'm a step ahead. I can see things that happen right before they happen. Oh, I can too. I don't do that anymore because what's the point of life at that point? Yeah, it's almost like weird. I prayed for that. Like, I don't want to see into the future anymore. I'd rather want to get signs not to do things, if that made sense. It wasn't here's a subjective view. Now it's more like, hey, you lost your keys and you haven't been able to find them for 30 minutes. Maybe you shouldn't go out into the snowstorm. I like stuff like that more often. And you can set up your life where intuition doesn't always have to be at play. At the end of the day, you can set up your life where luck is its opportunity, or organization is. Like, Each element is so special, man. 55 minutes, 2 more minutes, and we go get ready for the live cast. If any of you guys are coming to see me then, I appreciate the support. Tell others to donate because we're trying to get a $100 goal so we can advertise the Facebook page and really push ourselves forward. Girlfriend and I have been doing astrology for years. She's been doing it way longer than I have. I just have the intuitive push where I can use tarot, where she is still learning that art. No, super excited. I'm kind of feeling like there's going to be one more question. What do you mean by dreams in your sleep? I don't get that. I'm pretty sure everyone just left the chat to go listen to frequencies. I'm sorry if I'm boring you. My bad. And they've left. Okay. Oh, man. It's almost time. I was going to do one more free question and we get right into the donations. And hopefully we do get donations today. Super praying for it. I see dreams when I sleep. Vivid dreams. So my girlfriend and I can share dream worlds. We actually can tell each other that we saw each other in dreams and we did the same stuff together. I tried to do it last night, but I ended up sleeping on the couch, so we didn't connect. But like, I can literally tell her, like, you went to the old wooden base by the skyscraper. She knows what I'm talking about. And these are my dream worlds, and my girlfriend enters them to have her own dreams. It's really weird. I lucid daydream, if that makes sense. So like, I can, if I go into a daydream state, like I'm seeing a massive Pisces energy coming off you, my dude. Like life path 22, massive water energy, massive water energy. Let me ask, how's Elijah, my life path 9, doing? How's Elijah doing, eh? It's a good question to ask. It's always nice to know who comes before and who comes after. I would say right now they're taking weird risks that they shouldn't really have to. They seem stuck in a bubble. Pandemic bringing them down a little too much. I saw ahead and dreamed my future so much that I manifested a reality that was so heavily this way. See, I just get scared of that, man. I just get scared of putting my name right across the borders of the universe for God to see, you know? What there's a weird analogy, and it's the nails in the tree, right? Every time you do something wrong, you put a nail in the tree. Every time you do something right, you take a nail out. The problem is it's not about the nails in the tree, it's about how many holes you put in that tree after a while. And what was I trying to say about that? Yeah, so basically you can manifest all you want and even take out the damage, but the holes will still be there. There's always going to be proof. And I find that if you manifest without prayer, a lot of the times it does steer you wrong. And I even have people tell me that on these lives, like without prayer or at least a level of contemplation, if they manifest too hard, they get genied super hard. It's like, I can make you a tiny prince. All right, a final prayer before I get off to live. Lord of Spirits, thank you for today and through the inspiration that Enoch has brought to me, bringing the angels and the messages that those angels bring to the people. At the end of the day, without my girlfriend, I wouldn't be inspired to do this as much as I am. And I thank you, Lord, for bringing a community together that I can truly be proud of. We say all this in the Lord of Spirits' name. Amen. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll